Long before the forest learned to breathe in peace, fear walked freely among the trees. Each morning, before the sun fully rose, the animals would freeze at the sound of a roar that tore through the sky like thunder. Birds fell silent. Leaves trembled. Mothers pulled their young close. It was the roar of the lion. He was large, golden, and powerful, with eyes that burned like fire and claws that tore through flesh as easily as dry leaves. Once, the animals had called him king with pride. Now, they whispered his name with dread, for the lion had grown greedy. Every day, the lion summoned the animals beneath the great baobab tree at the center of the forest. They gathered slowly, heads bowed, bodies thin from hunger. Standing atop a flat stone, the lion looked down on them with cold satisfaction. "Bring me your food," he commanded. "Bring me your harvest. Bring me your hunt. Bring me more than you brought yesterday." The antelope stepped forward trembling. "Great lion," she said softly, "our fields are bare. Our children cry at night." The lion's tail lashed violently. "Your hunger is not my concern," he growled. "As long as I am full, the forest survives." The animals exchanged fearful glances. No one dared speak again. And so, the lion ate until his belly swelled, while the forest grew weak. Among the frightened animals stood the tortoise. He was small and slow, his shell cracked from age, his legs short and dusty. He did not protest. He did not plead. He watched. While the monkey muttered angrily and the buffalo stamped the ground in frustration, the tortoise studied the lion's eyes. "They are never satisfied," he thought. Later that night, when the moon rose and the lion slept, the animals gathered in secret. "We must fight him," the buffalo said, his voice heavy with anger. "We will die," the deer whispered. "We need wisdom, not strength," the owl hooted. Slowly, all eyes turned toward the tortoise. The monkey scoffed. "What can a shell do against claws?" The tortoise lifted his head calmly. "A shell survives storms," he said quietly. "Claws do not." The tortoise spoke slowly, choosing each word with care. "The lion's greatest weakness is not his strength," he said. "It is his greed." The animals leaned closer. "We will offer him what he desires most," the tortoise continued. "More food than he has ever seen." Gasps filled the air. "Have you lost your mind?" the hare whispered. The tortoise smiled faintly. "No, I have found it." He explained his plan, and as the animals listened, fear slowly turned into hope. The next morning, the tortoise approached the lion alone. The guards laughed loudly. "Look," one sneered. "The slow one brings courage today." The lion stared down at him. "Speak quickly," he growled. "My patience is shorter than your legs." The tortoise bowed deeply. "Great king," he said, "I bring news of a secret hidden deep within the forest, a magical feast that never ends." The lion's ears twitched. "A feast that refills itself?" he asked. "Yes," the tortoise replied, "but it obeys one rule. Only a king who eats alone may enjoy its power. Sharing breaks the magic." The lion's eyes gleamed with hunger. "Where is it?" he demanded. "In the Gorge of Echoes," said the tortoise. But only a true king would dare go alone. That night, without guards or allies, the lion went. The gorge was narrow and dark, its walls rising high on both sides. At its center sat a massive stone bowl overflowing with rich, steaming meat. The lion laughed. "So the world finally understands my greatness," he said. He ate. When he finished, the bowl filled again. He ate more and more. With every bite, his hunger grew instead of fading. His body became heavy. His legs weakened. His pride blinded him. When he tried to leave, he could not turn around. The gorge was too narrow. Above him, a calm voice echoed. "Greed makes kings small." The lion looked up and saw the tortoise standing at the edge. The animals gathered behind the tortoise. The lion roared, "Help me. I command you." But no one moved. "You took more than you needed," the tortoise said gently. "You ate while others starved. Now you will learn hunger." The animals turned away. They did not attack him. They did not celebrate. They simply left. Days passed. The magic faded. The lion grew thin and weak. At last, he crawled out of the gorge, broken and humbled. He bowed before the animals. "I was king by strength," he whispered. "You are leaders by wisdom." The lion never ruled again. The tortoise returned to the shadows, slow as ever. And the forest learned a truth older than time. Greed blinds the powerful. Wisdom empowers the small. Justice does not always roar. Sometimes it walks slowly, carrying a shell. And so, the clever tortoise proved that wisdom will always defeat greed.